and welcome to Talking YouTube. My name is Max, and this is Noam, and we are from Thought Leaders, the internet's #1 intelligence platform. We get paid to pretty much just be watching YouTube videos all day, and so we feel like we have a pretty good idea of what makes a good YouTube video.
And what doesn't.
Yeah, and what doesn't. Whether that be great content or seamless integrations or just a super genuine YouTuber who has a great audience, we feel like we somewhat know what's good and what's not. So, Noam, could you tell us a little bit about what we're going to be looking at in this episode?
Yes, in this episode we're going to take a closer look at YouTube's top booktubers and reacting to their content live. So let's get started.
Yeah, before we jump right in, what is a booktuber like in your opinion?
Well, a booktuber, from what I understand from my research, is content creators that really just have a love for reading and have a love for books, and whether that's on the Kindle or just, like real paper books, and they just love talking about it and sharing their love, and they do different challenges that have to do with books. So we're going to see a few today that just really have a wide variety of different ways that they make their viewers also love books like they do.
Awesome. Well, I'm really excited. Let's just jump into it. I love reading, so let's do it.
First booktuber we're going to be looking at is Peru's Project. This booktuber reviews books from a wide range of genres in a vlog style format. Her 500,000 and counting subscribers turn to her for honest reviews, book recommendations, top lists, and her ever-growing book collection. So let's take a look at one of her videos.
Yeah, sounds good.
Hi everyone, it's Reagan and welcome back to another video. Today I'm doing a bit of a controversial one, but honestly I'm really excited about it. I have been loving watching these videos and seeing everyone's responses to these questions, and I'm really looking forward to seeing your responses in the comments below. That's right folks, today I'm going to be doing the anti-TBR tag, which is essentially a curated selection of questions which allows us to chat through books that you personally plan on never reading.
First off, I would just like to talk about the title. Popular books I'll never read. And this video got 234,000 views.
Wow.
Which is a crazy amount for a video about books that she doesn't recommend.
Right. I mean, look, at least she clearly is the expert. So if I'm going to listen to this person talk about the books that won't be good, it would most likely be her because she clearly knows what she's talking about.
Question 1 is, what is a popular book that everyone loves that you have no interest in reading? For me, this has to be It by Stephen King, and honestly, I could probably roll quite a few Stephen King novels within this category and within this response as well.
I can kind of sympathize with this opinion because I've tried reading a couple of Stephen King books and they're long.
I'll go to the movies.
Yeah.
Her bookcase, it's just like packed.
I also just love the whole aesthetic, it's like she got the little plant in the background, it's like the whole bookshelf and everything. Clearly, she's thought about more than just, okay, I'm going to talk about books, but it's like the setting, what makes a good YouTube video, how do I come off as seeming like an expert or a professional in this.
But also aesthetic, like you want to watch it, not like sitting in the library, dark and cramped. Okay, well that was a good first start. Let's see who's next on our list. Jack Edwards. This creator has added a pop culture twist to booktubing. He creates the I read every book by some sort of Hollywood megastar that they recommended. And honestly, I think it's a great way to not only catch the attention of non-booktubers, but also kind of add an extra twist or like spice to, booktubing. Whether you think that it's interesting or not, it's kind of a different take on it. So I came across this video. I read every book Kendall Jenner has recommended on Instagram. And what he said was that her taste is questionable. But this video got over 2 million views, so we have to watch it.
Hello, hello, hello! Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we are drinking coffee and spilling tea. Over the past few months, I've been reading books recommended by celebrities, and today we are tackling Kendall Jenner. Not physically, just intellectually. So basically, I was watching Kendall Jenner's house tour on Architectural Digest because I like to judge rich people's taste in interior design. I like to think how differently I would decorate their multi-million-pound houses while I sit in my rented accommodation above a pizza shop in London. People get exhausted trying to figure me out, and I just let them. Anyway, Kendall Jenner has a lovely house. However, the video that she did with Architectural Digest left me feeling a little bit mad, a little bit agitated, and this is why. Look at the way that Kendall Jenner displays her books.
Everybody always asks me what these are. I'm not exactly sure.
Are you actually having a giggle? What is going on there? Look, I get it. Maybe I'm overreacting. I'm definitely overreacting. But why the hell are they spread out at the end of the bed like that? What? So I did a little bit of digging, and it turns out that Kendall has also recommended this exact same spread of books on her Instagram stories and in an article with Vogue. And so, like a perfectly sane and logical person, I kind of bought all of them. Can we talk about how stunning some of these covers are? Like, I didn't know there was such thing as hipster books, but these are giving me hipster book energy.
I think it's interesting that he said that the books are all aesthetically pleasing because we're talking about Kendall Jenner, who's very much like how she looks like
a model.
So it's funny that the books kind of correlate with that.
Yeah, welcome to the video. This week we are going to be judging Kendall Jenner's taste in books. Could be a long week. So I read the first book, and Mamaja, come pick me up, I'm scared. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, we are off to the worst start possible. The first book I read was this one, simply because the title is so provocative. It's literally Show Me a Healthy Person. The structure is essentially a kind of montage of ideas in kind of tweet-sized chunks. It's all lowercase, there's no grammar, there's no punctuation, it's kind of set out like that, if you can see that. It's postmodern, definitely a product of the 21st century. It's cool, I get that. This is essentially a series of fleeting observations that are sometimes kind of funny, and they amalgamate into this kind of collage of self-deprecation, trauma, and sex. Emphasis on sex.
What I really like about this guy is clearly these books are not for him, right? He's a booktuber, so he's reading, you know, huge, big books and talking about them, and he still finds a way to compliment the book or sort of describe it in a way that's less than, oh, it's just a couple quick pages, it's all garbage, whatever. And so it feels like what he's saying is genuine.
Yeah.
You know, that he actually did try to give it a shot.
Yeah, I really like that.
How many views does this have?
It has almost 2 million views, and it was uploaded a month ago. Okay, the next one is Mel Reads. So this is kind of an interesting pick because out of all the ones that I kind of chose, she has the least, the smallest subscriber base. She has 28,000 subscribers. But I think she does interesting content, and she like makes challenges on the go. So she started her YouTube channel almost a year ago. So 28,000 subscribers in just a year.
That's a lot.
It's crazy. And she, just like other booktubers, she loves reading. She loves talking about all things books. But something that I actually haven't seen in the booktubing community is that she does bookathons. She sits and reads she has a video of 24-hour bookathons and 48 hours. She just reads for 24 hours.
That's insane.
Crazy. And she asked other booktubers or other people that are interested in reading to join her in the bookathon so they could follow along.
That's so fun.
So that's really a great way to kind of interact with your community and to engage with your subscribers. And her 48-hour readathon vlog has over 15,000 views. And it's 45 minutes long.
Wow. Yeah. So that's a lot.
It's a lot of viewers for a very long video. So let's check out her latest video.
So many books. I don't know why I pulled so many books out of the bookshelf, but guess this is what we're doing today. Hello party people, hello greeting friends, welcome back to a new video, or welcome if you're new. My name is Mel. Hello, what's up, welcome. Originally my 48-hour reading vlog that I did last month, I really wanted to turn that into like a romance reading vlog situation, and then I didn't, just reading like romance and contemporary for 24 hours straight. Love reading these books, like I love how quick they are, I love how I can just escape, and as somebody who's very much single, I I can just relish in somebody else's relationship and just live vicariously through them. And so today is just gonna be a mix of me hoping to cry, me feeling desperately single, me having fun, and everything in between, I guess. So this is gonna be a 24-hour readathon, scratch that, romance 24-hour readathon vlog.
I think that's also what's unique about Booktubers is the fact is like, hey, we're just reading books, like that's what we do. If you come to my channel, that's what I'm gonna be talking about, where when you look at other creators, you know, even bigger YouTube stars, it's like they really try to hit a lot of different genres or categories or verticals or whatever you want to call it, that sort of gives them more opportunities. And so like Booktubers in themselves, I think is really interesting because it's such a niche and they kind of have to stay in that for every single video they make.
Right.
Well, hello, and thank you to Past Me for letting me take over. Hello. I am here to give a shout out to the sponsor of today's video, which is Care Of. For those of you who are not familiar, Care Of specializes in delivering high quality personalized vitamins and supplements to your door every single month.
It's also interesting to see the ads that run on these sort of channels. You know, most of the time will probably be brands like Goodreads or Audible, Skillshare, like things that are like somewhat related to books. And it's also cool to see, you know, what other brands are also hopping on and being like, okay,
how can
maybe
we
this
integrate?
audience, how does maybe this audience is right?
Let's look at our next one. Our next one is Jessie The Reader. Jesse's one of the OG booktubers who started his channel back in 2012. Wow. This is one of his latest videos.
This is my first dive into the world of mukbangs, and I don't know how to feel about that. What up, Reader fam? Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm introducing a new series, question mark, question mark, question mark. If it does well, I might do more of them. We're calling it Books, Brunch, and Babbles, where we babble about books over brunch. Cheers. Blueberry cheers. I was asked by Disney to do a video talking about Rick Riordan books and Rick Riordan Presents books, and like, I will never say no to that. I'm always game to talk about Rick Riordan books. When Rick Riordan is involved, it's a yes, yes, yes. One of my life goals is to have a sit-down interview with Rick Riordan. One of these days that'll happen. It'll happen, I hope. With that being said, today's video is being sponsored by Disney Book Group.
It's so cool that he had a sponsor of Disney themselves, like sponsoring this. So clearly, you know, he's a reputable person in this
100%.
field.
And look how many books he has behind him of the series.
Yeah. Have you ever read this series?
I read the first one, Percy Jackson. I read the first, it was so good.
So good. I'm excited to see what he says.
I just recently read Dragon Pearl and I flippin' loved it. Flippity-doo-dah, flippity-day. The regret I had for not reading it earlier the second I finished reading this book hit hard. It just held my attention from the start, and it's one of those books where I just got completely lost in it. Completely lost. Where am I? How did I get here? I'm in space?
Something I like about his videos too is that it's like very interactive, you know? It's not just like him sitting and reading the book or, you know, sort of talking. It's like he'll throw in a bunch of little jokes, lots of edits. Because I can imagine, you know, sitting and talking about a book just in front of a camera.
While eating.
Yeah, while eating can maybe get a little stale. So I really like his editing style and like video style to really shake things up.
I think it really, really shows that has become a professional, because I think that with also the range that we kind of looked at today, you can see a big difference between him and maybe the previous booktuber we watched, where he's very confident with the editing, with the language he's using, with kind of everything he's kind of doing comes with confidence. And I think that that's something that's definitely developed as you spend more time in the booktubing community.
All these people are different, and each one has like a different perspective.
Right.
More than just like, here's my taste in books. It's more like, here's like a fun video to watch.
100%. I really think that when you think of booktubing, you think like, oh, it's like a boring English lit class kind of content, but actually like they all have managed to kind of like revamp what you think of when you think of books, and like kind of make it more outgoing and fun, and like let's talk, let's hang out and read while we're here kind of thing.
Yeah. I think also just booktubers in general, it's pretty interesting that became a genre of YouTube, where people go on YouTube to watch people play video games, to people do mukbangs, watch them eat food, you know, so many things, and yet there's also this like huge niche of people just talking about books, which is like
amazing.
You know, you're watching it on a computer. So.
Yeah, and it's also younger creators. It's not like, you know, like English teachers.
I also think it's interesting that with YouTube, people think, it's a younger demographic, millennials and Gen Z, they don't read books anymore and they're always on, YouTube and TikTok all day. But like, this is clearly evident that there is a market out there for
100%.
people who are still interested in reading books, young people who are watching these videos, like learning about new authors and books and genres and things like that. So overall, like, I think that this is like really interesting to look at just from the perspective of, do people even read books anymore?
Apparently. That wraps up our booktuber episode.
Yes.
If you guys have any booktubing recommendations, any ones we kind of need to be looking out for, or any other kind of niche that you want us to look at, then let us know.
Yeah, let us know. Did we forget your favorite booktuber and didn't include it in this video? Leave a comment and we'll be sure to check them out.
Bye.